We're back. This is P. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe now. That way you'll be up to date with all our latest unboxing and review videos. So it's a Monday, TGIM. Hopefully everyone's doing good. It's Monday, April the 13th, 2026. You see what it is in the title. But first, before we get to that, or this, make sure that you click your notification bell. That way you'll have an alert on your smart device, such as your mobile phone, smartphone, smartwatch, tablet, especially like if you got a new device such as the Samsung 26 Ultra. Comment below where you're still vibing off of the 17 Pro Max by Apple. And keep in mind, it's 2026. It's just begun with the electronics. Hopefully we'll get some more videos and unboxings of those as well. Right now, I just received a lot of accessories. I do got something by Bose on the way, and maybe we'll get that as well. But back to the sneakers. And also, today's releases, I don't know if they're still available. I was actually live streaming and I entered for both of the Kobe Bryant colorways, which released today on sneakers. I know I hit one of them, possibly both. I don't know if they're still sitting. And we'll see what those are and get that review in as soon as they touch down. As far as upcoming releases with Nike and Jordan brand, Nike SBs, retros of different styles, I think the one that stands out the most is going to be the Jordan 11 Low UNC. And also I got a little quick snippet of my friend's Jordan 14 UNC, the ashy black. That was the first time seeing it in hand. It was real quick when I shot the video, so that may be just a short or something. But here's the Nike SB Dunk Low Manchester Brew and Biscuits colorway. So this is a non-GR box. Here's your GR box. Even though we'll have a little versus battle, you may see it in the title already. But typically your GR box is going to be purple and white in the last few years. I think probably since 2023. Okay, so we'll get that little versus battle comparisons. Who knows, we may even do it on feet. Stay tuned, but we'll start with this nice gloss SB, which stands for skateboarding, gloss eggshell color or ivory box with your heather gray, almost cool gray Nike swoosh and SB. And these retailed for I think $125 maybe, plus tax. Plus shipping if you cop from a skate shop, which I actually did, I think. I don't think I copped these from sneakers. Although I know these was released. Maybe I did. But yeah, so depending on where you purchase from, if it's a skate shop or something like that, on when they release and upload these sneakers, it may be extra shipping. But keep your eyes open, do some research. Get you about 4 or 5 good skate shops that you can order from if you don't live nearby any, or you're not really traveling, if it's hours and hours away. That way you can keep up with the releases and maybe follow them on their website or on their social media, like Instagram. By the way, follow me at P.oastman if you haven't already, and check out my eBay store. This particular pair, I think the resale is probably up to about maybe 160, maybe 180, depending on the boutique or reseller. And that's including KIX, depending on size. Because when you see it, like if you're new to the sneaker culture and you heard of GOAT and KIX, aka StockX, Flight Club, Stadium Goods, and those platforms and sellers on eBay. But we'll just talk about these platforms, especially with GOAT and StockX. okay, you'll see 125 or 135. You're like, yay, what is he talking about? No, you got to go all the way to the actual checkout, and as if you're going to go ahead and process your payment or and purchase, because that's when you're going to see shipping, taxes, and processing fees, which is usually an extra $35. So if you just do a quick Google search, or you have a pair of sneakers and you're trying to sell them to a shop, and they spin the phone around and show you that they're only $135, yes, they have to make some money off of it as well. But just know that that's not the final price. All right. So, pardon me. Nike SB Dunk Low. Hey, shout out to Michigan for securing the championship in college basketball. All right, but we're talking about skateboarding right now. All right. Nike SB Dunk Low Pro QS Flax Honeycomb and Summit White. So if you want to look up information on this sneaker, it may not come up with the street colorway title, which is the Manchester Brew and Biscuits. It may actually come up as the Flax Honeycomb. But this is going to be a size 10 in men's, US size, which converts on the content label to 11.5 in women's. Let's flip the lid, flip the paper, flip it up. Here we go. One thing about the SV Dunks, as I mentioned before in my previous videos, is the quality, premium materials, and sometimes accessories. Alright, so keep that in mind. It's going to be great for casual wear, especially this colorway. But of course, if you're a skater, I guess you want to, really be proactive in this particular skateboarding shoe. So the Dunk Low, originally released in like 1985. Which was a spin-off from the Dunk High. Dunk is in basketball, so a high-top sneaker. However, with the flat outsole, I guess skaters sort of gravitated to the Dunk Lows, and Nike must have had someone in marketing or the design team that strategized to collaborate with the SB and, well, create this subcategory of SB releases, right? For males, females, young adults, and OGs now who skate and want something that's going to be ergonomic, outsole, and certain features that's upgraded from your traditional Dunk and even your Dunk LX and SE, right? But, however, one thing that stands out, of course, like with this particular pair, you're getting an extra set of laces in white, and these are oval laces with gray tips. You're going to get this pattern, which represents, biscuits, all types of little tasty snacks and ish. Shout out to everyone representing Manchester in the oval laces. And from the distance, this almost reminds you of the Desert Storm camo. Especially the way the color blocking is from the crispy all-white outsole, even the stitching in the midsole, which leads to this suede upper. So it's not really a lot going on with color blocking. Like the upper is suede, which will remind you of like your wheat sneakers and shoe releases. And this wheat colorway, super premium. Side note, get you some sort of, if you care about your sneakers and you want to keep them crispy for casual wear, get you some sort of rain, water, and liquid repellent / suede cleaner. You can order online or pick up from your local shoe store. But of course you could go to like Foot Locker or something like that. Even the shoe department, there's little strip malls. And then they make some more premium as well. And just shake your bottle, mist it about 7 inches away, and that will help maintain and preserve this premium quality material. But back to the outsole real quick. And we got extra laces, several of them. That was just one extra set. We'll show the extra ones as well. So all white outsole, right? Then you have this area in the arch area, the Nike SB. It's like a shock absorbent area for grails, flicks, all types of, if you're really thrashing your skateboard and your sneakers on a performance level, whether it's amateur or pro. And one thing about the right side, you see this little ring? It's not on the left shoe, it's on the right shoe. It goes sort of around the pivot point. I guess that's sort of like a coffee ring or stain or something that they incorporated. It's a little subtle touch in details. The right side actually has the extra laces in white. So let me try to tighten this back up. Comment below if you're good with lacing this stock lace. I'm going to watch a tutorial video. Sometimes these come loose, and I sort of want to keep them intact. Alright, and this is a size 10, by the way. And you're going to have your puffy puff tongue mesh with Nike SB and tan, and SB, well, the label in tan, and the Nike and SB stitched in white. And behind the tag on the left side, it says Strength of Brew, and it has different colors. So I think that's a clean little touch as well. Keep in mind, you're going to have your memory foam padding. It's one difference versus like your Panda Dunks or something like that, or your UCLA Dunks or UNC Dunks, like your standard traditional leather Dunks. The SB is going to have lots of padding. You're going to have oval laces, extra laces. You're going to have these elastic bands on the inside for stabilization, to keep your foot stationary and protecting, to keep the shoe stable if you're on a performance or skating. And we'll take a look at this insole. If I can get it out, which I know I can eventually. It's a little tough sometimes, and that's because it's stuffed with paper. Let's go. Shout out to Trajan on the drum set, percussion all day. So this is the left side with lots of biscuits or cookies. And then when you zoom cushion, you have like an insect right here. That's crazy. Alright. So far, so good. The only thing about it is they released these during the spring, which is cool, but it just seemed like it's giving more of a autumn vibe with the whole flax colorway. Now, of course, you get your extra SB stickers in gloss white. This is what you can apply to your Trapper Keeper, your band instrument case, your toolbox, your kick drum, or your locker, etc., etc. Right, so you get extra swooshes, and I mean, like, because the thing about this sneaker, installed is sort of like this super soft texture, which I think maybe this may even fade and wear to a different color, but this is Velcro. See this? So you can apply different colors, right? Almost like customized. And that's for the outer and your medial side. So these are removable and exchangeable. The brown and your pink. I think the pink would hit the most to almost give it like that bacon, Air Max 90 bacon colorway vibes. And it almost look like waffle cone style. It's like a powder pink too. super nice. And then you have the brown. So let's say you wanted brown on one side, the pink on the other. Keep the inner this color, like it's up to your imagination and your preference. On the right side, everything is basically the same, but surprise, you get 2 more extra laces. With SV Dunks, you usually get an extra set, at least 1 extra pair, but I've seen up to like 6 or 7 pairs or sets of oval laces. I'm surprised they didn't give like the powder pink ones too, but depending on your collection, you may have an extra set, or you can actually lace swap. Out of all of these, I think I like the laces that's already installed, but if I was to lace swap, it would probably be the chocolate brown. I think that would be fire. But I actually like the laces that's installed. And on this right side, you get a little SB note hang tag. So that's a cool touch. Little extras. On the heel, you get Note Manchester instead of Nike SB embroidered in almost like a gold. Yeah. Size 10. Now, as far as sizing, you can go true to size, but just think about it. You have a lot of extra padding, so just be aware with this aesthetic and design. The tongue is puffy. It's not going to fit like your traditional dunk, so you may actually want to increase up a half size, perhaps, and make a good decision, because if you're really planning on keeping this pair long term, and depending on your age and if your feet are still growing, like if you're able to get any SV Dunks for retail, usually they sell out. So it's not like run back to the store and exchange for a different size, unless you work at the store, you're an employee, or you know someone, it's your own business. And also keep in mind that, you want to make sure that, if you order from Nike, you do have 60 days to return, but you'll just be getting a refund. So it really won't be an exchange a lot of times. With some of the GR releases, there are, they're starting, depending on the colorway, some of them are sitting a little bit, so you may have that option with Nike. But when it's a huge smash hit, like this versus battle we're getting ready to get into briefly, Purple Box GR, same size, the Nike SB Low Pro in string black and bright spruce for 2026, as well as this one. Totally different vibe. It's going to be your Deshaun Jordan SB Dunk Low Diamondback. I haven't saw these in hand, and just really looking at the Manchester, it's totally different. Alright, so we'll just take a look at one side real quick. Check out my full-length video if you haven't. This is just for the actual versus battle. Extra laces, yay. These have extra laces as well. Stuffed inside, surprise. And you got a little extra clip right here with like the fangs of your Diamondback snake, which I think is a team, the Diamondbacks. But Deshaun Jordan, also a music artist as well. This was rated possibly one of the SB Dunks of the year so far anyway, that we've seen. And just with the blacked out outsole, I mean, it's like night and day. We sort of have a few hits of like the aqua and the purple to sort of give like almost like the Charlotte Hornets vibes a little bit, but like nighttime, or maybe even like The Jordan 5 alternate grapes. Lace tips are purple. Some of them are metal tips as well. So real quick, you decide in the comment section below. Are you going with the 2026 Manchester Brew and Biscuits on the subtle, clean, casual look with the interchangeable swooshes, Velcro style? Super clean for autumn, more like a conservative vibe. Maybe even depending on your church on Sundays, you might could wear these for your youth ministry. But most importantly, these are well, that's important too. Church, shout out to God, stay blessed. Victory, you stay blessed. Claim your blessing. But the sole purpose, obviously, is to skateboard and performance. So your SB Manchester Brew and Biscuits versus your Deshaun Jordan Diamondback SB Dunk, both for 2026, with that reptilian snake skin, blacked out, nighttime vibes, entirely street vibe. Which one are we rocking with? And for me, because it's an SB and I like wheat sneakers, and this one you make him match up a little bit better depending on your vibe, like cubicle style, upper management maybe, dress down day on Friday. Shout out to Intrigue. Or street vibes all day in the studio with the crazy fit. Shout out to Hit Boy, Big Hit, Alchemist, The Game, Nas, just to name a few. I'm gonna go with Deshaun Jordan. Yeah, for sure. For sure on this one. I'm not taking anything away from this one. I think it would have been a closer decision for me. And that's not downplaying the value of the sneaker or the resale or anything. I think if this outsole had a hit of this color or offset it with like some pink stitching, you know, like where the midsole is all the way around, just to offset it a little bit, I think that would have been a nice touch. But the upper is on point, perforation in the toe box for airflow, agility, and it's clean overall, no doubt. But comment below how you feel about these, and yeah, let's see if we can get an on feet real quick with the SB Dunks, since I don't think I have with any this year. Alright, so first of all, crispy clean sneakers and socks already on deck. The sneakers that I'm currently wearing right now are going to be the Nike Fly Knit Mid and the cream colorway. Alright. The little strap on them, super lightweight and airy. I actually wore these yesterday to check out the new Super Mario Brothers. Alright. Comment below how you like those. These are like from 2016. A Marshall's still. Alright, let's see how these feel. Oh yeah. These are fire on feet. Fire, pepper, flames. Yeah. Alright, so let's get a close up. You already know who it is. It's capital P.oastman. And shout out to all my friends at Gym 24. Let's go. Shout out to the sneaker hole. Whoa. Your puffy puff tongue. Tiger Styles. Yeah, so 1 point. Crispy. Keep those outsoles crispy, man. Hit them with the shout. Shout cleaning spray. So did I give that gel out loud? Let's go. Oh yeah, I just noticed that True on the left side. Get that, right? And speaking of break, on this side you get something a little bit different. Selection of biscuits. Extra touches and details for these, and just for kicks, since these are kicks, if this was 2023 and prior, I probably wouldn't be able to secure a pair of these if these was releasing for retail. That's just how the game changed. To like, the resale of these would definitely be $240 and up, possibly $300. And if you're a collector, 5 or 10 years from now, if you got these preserved and these don't intoxication to where there's yellows, and you got them preserved in some sort of sneaker sack or bag, 5 or 10 years from now, and you're trying to flip, especially if you doubled up or tripled up on this particular pair. I mean, you may get to 200, 300, 400, who knows? It's always a turn of events. It can be a music artist or celebrity that wore these, or a new artist, and just for that promotion, or an NBA player down the tunnel walkway before the game. They can hype the excitement and demand of these sneakers, because will these ever release again 5 or 10 years from now on retro? Not this colorway. Alright? Think about it. You're still waiting on the Pigeons and the Tiffany's and any of those other super craved Wes Craven, you know what I'm saying, Nightmare on Elm Street, any of those gems. You're not gonna get them, alright? They're not gonna retro again. I'm trying to think of that other pair. Strange Love? Nah. Alright? But this concludes the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the versus battle. And all of that is P.oastman. Stay blessed. Shout out to everyone. Alright? Peace and love. Let's go. I'm not a skater. Who's like the aesthetic guy?